Well, we have two articles together. They were very short, so I put them together. The Grave Cloth and the Angels in White, and Grace and Truth, which was a separate article, but it was real short, by John Thomas Mawson. Peter and John looked into the tomb of Jesus, and saw only the linen cloths lying and the wrappings of death. Mary looked into the same tomb, and though she, through her sight, was blended with weeping, she saw what they had not seen: two angels in white, sitting, one at the head and the other at the feet, where the body of Jesus had laid. The angels were heavenly messengers, clothed in the habiliments of victory, in what was once the stronghold of defeated foes. The men believed that the grave was empty of their Lord, and returned with amazement to their homes. The woman stood still, unable to leave the spot, and though equally amazed, she that the men saw the men, and she learned that heaven had something to say in the matter of the tomb. And they turned about. She came face to face with Jesus, her Lord, alive from the dead. She saw the angels within the tomb and Jesus without. The great fact had often spoke to us. Let them be as a parable to us today. How do we view things? Nothing could be to us as dark as was the grave to Mary and to John and Peter, for they ignored, for their ignorance and unbelief, it was the death of all their best hopes. And yet things had happened to us that fills us with amazement and perhaps fear, and makes our way dark because of doubt and questions. There are many graves along the road that we have traveled. In some of them lie buried our cherished joys, hopes, desires, ambitions. As we look into these graves, if we do look into them, what would we see? Do we only see the grave cloth, things that speak of death, and the last and the utmost that we can do? Do we do only see darkness as the grave was terminus, the end of every hope and of all things? It is to us nothing but disappointment and mystery. Or can we discern angels in white settings, angels from the other side, lighting up the tomb with their heavenly radiance, and showing us that though these graves and disappointment defeat that defeats that must mean so much sorrow to us, they lie for us the way of victory and blessing. Let us dwell for a while on this. Consider the difference between grave cloths and angels in white, and pray for slaves, that we may see the light in the darkness of the heavenly blessings that can only reach us through this sorrow. Then turn and come face to face with Jesus, your Savior and Lord. He has triumphed over death, and can be more to you than all that you have buried in those sad tombs. He, in infinitely more than all that you can lose in this life. And he knows you by name and can address you in such a way that your sorrows will give place to rest. Then he can send you from the scene of sorrow with a message of light and gladness to others. This he did in Mary's case, and he can do it for you. And then in closing this last little message, grace and truth, the Lord came and dwelled among men, full of grace and truth. He came to the deepest depths of our need to meet it. That was grace. And he came from the highest heights of God's glory to reveal it. That was truth. And from the highest height to the lowest depths, we beheld his glory.